Yo guys, what's up? All right, I'm pissed off. I created this video before the elimination one, but I don't know what happened to the file. It just disappeared. I was searching for it for a bit. Oh my goodness. All right, anyways, hopefully my enthusiasm is still good. Okay, and but yeah. All right, so here we're gonna solve these questions, substitution method. Okay, these are the same questions from the elimination video. Okay, and I wrote the general steps here again. All right, so here, look, step one, isolate one of the variables. So basically get one variable in terms of the other one, okay, or one variable alone on one side of the equal sign, okay? And then step two, substitute that other side after you solve for it, that value back into the other equation. And then what that's going to do is after you substitute, you're going to get an equation with one unknown, and you'll be able to solve it, okay? And then number three, check by plugging in your answers back into the original equations. And remember, to be a solution to a system of linear equations, it must satisfy all the equations simultaneously. Cool. So yeah, so let's do this. Okay, so number five. Here you don't really have to do step one because y is already by itself on both sides, right? And then here you have some options. Since you have y equals this and y equals this, you can either substitute this 4x minus 9 into this into the second equation here, or you can put this x minus 3 into the first equation, okay? The reason why this works is you could say transitivity of equality. Okay, if A equals B and B is equal to C, then A is equal to C. Okay, and I mentioned that birthday analogy in class. Hopefully you remember. If not, it's okay. Make a video on it later. Okay, so here, yeah, let me plug in the first one into the second. So y is equal to 4x minus 9. So then that means that I'm just gonna put it in here. Okay, and then rewrite it, the equation. So it's gonna be 4x minus 9 is equal to x minus 3. And then you look at this, and then this is just the middle school math problem where you just solve for x, okay? But you have x on both sides, so you just gotta collect the x's on one side and solve, okay, by combining like terms. So let's do that. You have options. You can move this x here or this 4x over here. I'm gonna move the smaller amount of x's to the left, okay, because I don't have to deal with negatives that way. You could do it the other way, okay, and you will get the same answer, okay? So here, so 4x minus x, that's going to be 3x, and this goes away. 3x minus 9 is equal to negative 3, and then you add 9 on both sides. Get 3x is equal to 6, and then divide by 3, and then x is equal to 2. Okay, great. You're not done, though. You have to plug this back into the one of the original equations, right? And get y, okay? So here I'm going to choose the second one because I don't have to multiply by 4, subtract 9 that way. So when x is equal to 2, you plug this back in here. It's going to say y is equal to 2 minus 3. I put parentheses in here. It's just a good habit for substitution. But as you get better with this stuff, then you don't have to do that at times, okay? If your teacher takes off points, though, I'm not responsible, okay? Don't blame me. All right, so here, y is equal to negative 1, okay? X equals 2, y equals negative 1. In other words, solution is 2 comma negative 1, okay? And then you guys can check it yourself. Great. All right, so then number 6, substitution, okay? I almost forgot because I was doing elimination the other video. Yeah, but here, this one, we actually have to use step 1, okay? So you have options. You want to solve for x first, and you want to isolate the x or isolate the y, okay? I am going to choose to isolate the x because all I got to do to this equation 2 is add y on both sides. So when I do that, add y on both sides, you're going to get x is equal to 13 plus y, okay? And now you are going to plug this back into the original equation. Yeah, so this 13 plus y, well, I'm saying x is that. So then that means that I can just substitute that in here. Okay. So it's 4 parentheses 13 plus y, because we're substituting, close the parentheses, and then we put all the stuff that you didn't write, which is the 2 plus 2y equals 10. Okay. And then look, one unknown, one equation, right? And you can just solve for y now, right? But here you have to distribute. So we're going to distribute the 4 into the parentheses, each term in the parentheses. That's going to be 52 plus 4y plus 2y is equal to 10. And combine like terms, the 4y and the 2y, that's going to be 6y. 52 is equal to 10. Okay. And then subtract 52, both sides. You get 6y is equal to negative 42. And finally, divide by 6, and you get y is equal to negative 7. Cool. Okay, you're not done. You're going to plug this back into one of the equations, one of the original equations. Okay. I am going to choose the second one and solve for x. But I'm going to do a nice trick. I'm going to plug it into this one, x equals 13 plus y, because it's already solved for here. And this is a subtle trick, okay? You can do this because I know that these two equations are equivalent, okay? But if you go higher up in math, be careful, because sometimes the steps are not reversible. So just in case, you can just plug it back to the original, okay? So here, but I'm going to plug it in here, x equals 13 plus y, right? And solve for x. Okay, so here, x is equal to 13 plus negative 7. In other words, 13 minus 7. In other words, x is equal to 6. Okay, so that means the solution to this one is going to be 6 comma negative 7. Okay. Lastly, number 7, y is equal to negative 5, and this. Okay, so look, technically they give you the y. They're saying y is negative 5. So here you just gotta plug that in here. So it's not that bad. Okay. So if y is equal to negative 5 and you plug it into the second equation, then you get that 5x plus 4 times negative 5 is equal to negative 20. And then you solve for x. So 4 times negative 5, this is just negative 20. Okay. I'm just gonna simplify like this. Okay, and then you add 20 on both sides. Okay. Oh, and then I've seen students get confused with this. Okay, so negative 20 plus 20, this is 0. Okay, put the 0 there. I think it's because maybe when you're younger, the teachers don't really explain this too much. Okay, they don't go into like additive inverses and additive identity and all that. So they just tell you to cross out and it just disappears. Technically, there's a 0 here. Okay, and you have to put that. Okay, so this goes away, it turns to 0. I'll make a video on that, on additive inverses, multiplicative inverses, and identity and all that. Okay, this goes away. Okay, so then it's 5x is equal to 0, and then divide both sides by 5. Okay, and then x is equal to 0. Okay, and then once again, y is already solved for. We know that y equals negative 5, so it's 0 comma negative 5. If you don't believe me, you can put this back into the second equation. Okay, and then solve for y. You are going to get from the second equation that y is also equal to negative 5. Okay, so yeah, do that as an exercise. But the answer is, I juked myself, 0 comma negative 5. Cool. Okay, and then also for peace of mind, from CUDA, yeah, from CUDA, and you guys can verify, okay, that these are correct. Cool. All right. If any questions, let me know. Let me circle this, and yeah, see you guys.